Hey, in this video, we're going to show you how to create a Webflow API access token. So first of all, you go to your dashboard and then you select the site you want, click the three bars here, go to settings for that specific site you want to create a Webflow API access token for. And if you go to apps and integrations on the left menu bar, scroll towards the bottom, you'll see a section near the bottom called API Access, Generate API Token. Don't click on this one, the V1 token. This is the latest version, Generate API Token. And here, in order, what depends on what you're trying to do, what kind of custom app or you're trying to access. But for Breakout Content, if you're just pushing blog content, we would only need access to the CMS. So this interacts with your CMS collections, basically your blogs, and then also sites, so we can actually publish it for you. So read and write for CMS and sites, and then you just need to name it. You can name it whatever you want. Perhaps this, if you're using our service, so you can keep track. Make sure you save this somewhere because once you hit this, it's gone. So this is how to create the Webflow API token. To use it with our service, you would copy it, go to here we have an article generated ready to go. Go to integrations, Webflow, and just copy and paste this here. And then for collection name, you should just name it whatever collection you want to send this to. Blog posts is a pretty common default one. And then for your website based URL, it could be, like www.myname.com if you have a custom domain, or if you have for example, a site like this, Free AI Writer. This is a free domain on Webflow, then it would be freeaiwriter dot webflow.io. So this would be, in our case here, this is just a free site we created specifically for this demo. That would be the URL because it's it's a subdomain of Webflow. It's a free site. Again, otherwise it could be like www.myname.com, for example. So anyway, and we named it blog post. That is the kind of a default one. If you don't know what yours is called, you can just go to your dashboard, and you can basically just go to designer, for example, and you can go in and take a look at your CMS collections. So you're going to be familiar with Webflow since this is your site. Click on here, CMS, and then these are your CMS collections. So, there's a few examples here. Blog posts is the one we're going to be posting to. So you would just name it that, or you could say post if you wanted to send it to another collection. But one important thing to note, especially if you're creating a new CMS collection, is you want to make sure that the fields here, none of them are required. I mean, you do need at least one rich text field, but you want to make sure that none of them are required, because if you have a bunch of different fields here that are required, it's gonna, we might not pass through all the fields, and then it won't link up. So for example, maybe an easier to take a look at an existing one, blog post, for example, or posts. You take a look and you can see these are the fields and the custom fields. You see these two are required. That's fine, name and slug, but make sure to not have anything else be required. You can have other fields, just not required. You do need at least one rich text field. So in this case, you have a couple, and that's fine. But that's an important note. So we hope you found this helpful. Hit us up if you have any additional questions. Thank you so much. Send it to another collection. But that's it in a nutshell. How to do it? You just hit save, and then once you are ready to, for example, push, you just tell it to push to Webflow or some approximation thereof. The AI will get what you mean especially if you have the word Webflow in there. And one other thing to remember as well, if you saw on the prior screen, You can also push it as a draft too. So you don't need to necessarily push it only to publish. If you have a team, for example, that wants to review it later, you can absolutely just, what I like to do is schedule 5, for example, or 10 as a draft, or publish, and then you kind of schedule them out to be published or reviewed by your team for the rest of the week. So let's say we wanted to actually push it to a different CMS collection called posts. Then let's just go back and edit this, go to your integration settings. And remember, like I said, you can push it to a draft as well if you wanted. And this has changed the name to posts. So if you were to go in here, you could see that this one has actually most of the content posts. And then you can actually push again if you want. Let's say push to Webflow. And now so there we go. It's been created. You can take a look. This is the article. And of course, this is going to be formatted however you wish. There's a nice generated image with DALL-E 3. Right now, this is the generated image. And keep in mind, this is just a sample site. We haven't formatted it. This will be custom depending on your individual site. Your webmaster can help you format it however you wish, but that is the featured image that gets passed through as well. And this is the content. So there you have it. This is a brief video of how to set up a Webflow API access token or generate a Webflow access token, API key, or however you want to call it, to programmatically push content to your Webflow CMS. We hope you found this video helpful. Please leave us a comment below, questions, anything. We love to hear them. We'll answer anything for you right away. So hope to hear from you. Like or subscribe if you like what you see. And shoot us a note, team@breakoutcontent.com, if you have any questions or want any of our premium features, enterprise features. We can do anything custom. Thank you so much. My name is Chris at Breakout Content, and I'll see you on the next one.